Assalamualaikum and hi. We are students from AAT10203 Financial Accounting. Today we would like to talk about the analysis of financial and non-financial information in annual reports. Our group member consists of 6 people, which are Amira Zafira Binti Muhammad Zamri, Cheng Yu Ki, Chia Ai Vee, Lai Hui Wen, Nurlaili Liyana Binti Japar, and Nurliyana Binti Rosli.
Financial accounting is the practice of accounting for all money going in and out of an organization. It involves recording, classifying, summarizing, and analyzing all financial transactions. The importance of financial accounting is it helps in external communication. Financial accounting enables companies to report their financial status to outside parties, which is essential for conducting business deals. Companies need financial accounting to qualify for loans and coordinate with suppliers. In addition, financial accounting is served to communicate information internally. Internal communication involves communication between companies' employees and finance team. It is significant for the members of a company to understand how well the organization is doing for many reasons. Furthermore, financial accounting information helps to create budget and projections. A company has to know how much money it has to create a budget. Financial accounting provides the important information and shows them where the money is going.
Hi, my name is Cheng Yu Ki and now I'm going to talk about company's background. The two companies that I'm doing research on are Tote Glove Corporation Berhad and also Comfort Glove Berhad. The vision of Tote Glove Corporation Berhad is to be a world-class glove manufacturer, providing top products with excellent services through continuous improvement and innovation. And their mission is to become the comprehensive solution provider of leading-edge products through innovative technology. For Comfort Glove Berhad, their vision is, through the synergy of a dynamic team of visionaries, global expansion plans, and a mission to accomplish market leadership, CRG is ready to take on the future to become a preeminent player in the glove manufacturing industry worldwide. And for the mission, they say this significant move combined with continued emphasis on diversifying its product range to include surgical, clean room, and household gloves will boost CRG upward momentum. The main activity of Tote Glove Corporation Berhad are manufacturing and trading of high-quality latex-made gloves. In depth, their company's primary activity are as follows: producing and selling concentrate latex, manufacturing gloves, trading gloves, management provision, property investment, investment holding, and also trading machinery. The principal activity of Comfort Glove Berhad are the production and trading of latex gloves. The activities are also include the manufacturing and distribution of powdered and power-free natural rubber latex examination gloves through its 100% owned subsidiary, which is Comfort Rubber Glove Industry Sdn Berhad. There are 5 major shareholders in Tote Glove Corporation Berhad, which is Lim Wee Chai with 26.3% of shares, First Way United Corp with 6.76% of shares, Employees Provident Fund with 5.97% of shares, Bank of Singapore Limited with 3.6% of shares, and last, Tote Glove Corporation Berhad itself owns 2.44% of shares. For Comfort Glove Berhad, the company's 5 major shareholders are Kin Setup Sdn Berhad with the most share in the company, which is 17.9%. Lau Eng Guang holds the second most share, which consists of 3.23%, while Cheng Po Chi has 2.86% of shares. Lau Giok Hong consists of 2.57% of shares. Last, there are 3 shareholders in the 5th place, which are Panduan Jitu Sdn Berhad, Diprima Sdn Berhad, and Melati Angsana Sdn Berhad. Out of 3 own 2.14% of shares, but Comfort Glove Berhad itself just owns a very small number of shares, which consists of 0.43% only. The directors of Third Glove Corporation Berhad consist of Tan Sri Dr. Lim Wee Chai, who is the Executive Chairman, Managing Director of Dato Lim Kim Miao, Independent Non-Executive Director of Tan Sri Rainer Althoff, Dato Noripa Binti Kanso, Shamila Sekaraja Sekaran, Dato Dr. Norma Mansor, Zarina Binti Ashar, and Lim Andy. Lim Hushin and Lim Chong Guan act together as Executive Directors, and last, Puan Sri Tong Siu Bi act as a non-independent, non-executive director. At Comfort Glove Berhad, Lau Eng Guang is the Executive Chairman of the company, Lau Ju Yong as Group Chief Executive Officer and Executive Chairman, Lau Ju Pern act as Executive Director, Eng Sek Wah, Khoo Chi Yuan and Lam Dixon are the independent non-executive director of the company. Third Glove Corporation Berhad is known as a big company, so it has many subsidiaries. The subsidiaries are Eastern Press Sdn Berhad, TG Medicare Sdn Berhad, Guthrie Medicare Products Sdn Berhad, Top Quality Gloves Sdn Berhad, Third Glove Engineering Sdn Berhad, TG Healthcare Sdn Berhad, Third Glove Property Sdn Berhad, Top Care Sdn Berhad, Great Gloves Sdn Berhad, Third Glove Labuan Limited, TG Medicare Co. Limited, Great Plantation Co. Limited, Best Advanced Resource Limited, Third Field Sdn Berhad, Third Glove Sdn Berhad, Third Glove Vietnam Company Limited, Top Synthetic Rubber Sdn Berhad, Suizi Health Limited, PT Agro Pratama Sejahtera, TG Medical Inc. and also Third Glove Medical Thailand Co. Limited. Comfort Glove Berhad doesn't own as many subsidiaries as Third Glove Corporation Berhad. The subsidiaries of Comfort Glove Berhad is Comfort Rubber Glove Industry Sdn Berhad and Pacewell Asia Sdn Berhad. The net cash flow generated from operating activities of the company, Third Glove Corporation Berhad in 2020 was 3,455.58 million and it has increased to 7,826.93 million in 2021. I think the increase in net cash flow from operating activities is more likely because the government has pulled down the range for the income tax during the pandemic of COVID-19. This means individuals will own more money for the other users. For Comfort Glove Berhad, the company's net cash from operational activities increased from 78,122,680,000 in 2020 to 263,064,486,000 in 2021. I think the fluency of net cash is because the increase in revenue and profits means the company owns more money that can be used in the business. The revenue of Third Glove Corporation Berhad from contracts with customers has increased from 7,237.43 million in 2020 to 16,361.44 million in 2021, while the revenue of other resources such as management fees from subsidiaries and dividend income from subsidiaries has also experienced an increase. I think both of these revenues are increasing because increase in the demand for gloves for the market during the pandemic of COVID-19, especially for the medical profession. For Comfort Glove Berhad, the company's revenue increased by 85% from 510.7 million in 2020 to 946.4 million in 2021. I think the revenue that increased for the company are mainly due to higher sales volume and also average selling price. The basic earning per share for Third Glove Corporation Berhad after issuance increased from 21.88 cents to 95.91 cents, and the diluted bonus share increased but not as much as basic earning per share, that is 21.78 cents to 95.83 cents. According to my idea, the basic earning per share before and after issuance for 2021 remained constant at 95.91 cents because the shares for 2021 are more stable than before. For Comfort Glove Berhad, The basic and diluted earnings per share for the company increased from 5.75 cents to 48.07 cents. In my opinion, both the earnings per share and the company's profit has increased. The profits for Thought Group Corporation Berhad has increased from 1,637,339,000 in 2020 to 6,465,382,000 in 2021. I think Thought Group Corporation Berhad has a good profitability, mostly because of the rise in demand for the gloves in the market. The Comfort Glove Berhad's profit after taxation increased by 247 million from 33.2 million to 280.2 million. I think both the profits of Comfort Glove Berhad increase are mainly due to higher sales volume and average selling price. The liquidity risk is the risk that the company will encounter difficulty in meeting financial obligations due to a shortage of funds. Within 1 year, Thought Glove Corporation Berhad's trades and other payables occupy the highest percentage of total undiscounted financial liabilities, which is 692,391,000 over 1,013,663,000. In my opinion, I think this company has a good liquidity statistic and can always pay their debt on time. According to the last balance sheet, Comfort Glove Berhad has liabilities of 153.8 million due within 12 months and liabilities of 44.9 million due beyond 12 months. The company's exposure to liquidity risk stems mostly from its numerous payables. The group maintains a level of cash and cash equivalents as well as bank facilities so that they will have sufficient liquidity to fulfill its liabilities when they become due. Not long ago, Thought Glove Corporation Berhad has invented biodegradable neutral gloves for the World Environment Day. I think this product produces good performance because it is environmental safe and also faster to decompose than others. And there's no new products that invented in Comfort Glove Berhad. There's no any acquisition for Thought Glove Corporation Berhad in year 2020 until year 2021. But for Comfort Glove Berhad, on November 27, 2019, the firm fully owned subsidiary Comfort Rubber Glove Industry Sdn Berhad entered into a sales and purchase agreement, which is SPA, with the organization's director, Mr. Ching Po Ken, for the acquisition of 2 plots of land. And this acquisition was completed on March 23 on 2020 in accordance with the SPA terms and conditions. The amount of dividend declared and paid by Thought Glove Corporation Berhad in respect of the financial year ended August 31, 2021 with a first and second single-tier interim dividend of 16.5 cents and also 18 cents per ordinary share, and also a special second interim dividend of 7.2 cents per ordinary share. The third and final single-tier interim dividend of 12.7 cents and also 3.8 cents per ordinary share, and a special dividend of third interim 5.3 cents and also final interim 1.6 cents. The amount of dividend declared and paid by the Comfort Glove Berhad in respect of the financial year ended January 31, 2021 with a first and second single-tier interim dividend of 1.5 cents per ordinary share and also a special dividend of 3.5 cents per ordinary share. Thought Glove Corporation Berhad and also Comfort Glove Berhad, they pay their shareholders shares on time, will boost shareholders' confidence and attracts others to invest in the company.
My name is Chia Ai Vee A21B2437. I'm going to present about analysis of significant accounting policy used by Thought Glove Corporation Berhad and Comfort Glove Berhad. First is property, plant and equipment. Both companies use quite similar policy for recognition and derecognition. As for recognition, it has its own criteria to meet for the asset to recognize as property, plant, and equipment. As for depreciation, both companies use same method, which is straight line method, but Top Glove Corporation Berhad compute depreciation over the estimated useful life of asset, while Comfort Glove Berhad use principal annual rate. Second is lease. The both companies have similarity in lease asset. Right of use asset is also depreciated using straight line method over the lease term. As for lease liability, it is measured at the present value of the payment to be made over the lease term. Incremental borrowing rate is used if the interest rate implicit in the lease is not readily determined. For the short-term lease and lease of low-value asset, the lease payment is recognized by both companies as expenses on the straight-line basis over the lease term. Lesser in an operating lease, the lease income from operating lease is recognized in the statement of profit and loss on a straight-line basis over the lease term. Third, intangible asset. There are different in both companies, which is Comfort Glove Berhad has no significant accounting policy written for intangible asset, while Top Glove Corporation Berhad has. The policy states that useful life of intangible assets are assessed as either finite or indefinite. There are two items under intangible asset. First is the customer relationship, and second is the patents. The inquired patents.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurliyana with Rosli and my matrix number is AAT1B2437. So today I would like to present about the differences and similarities between Top Glove Corporation Berhad and Comfort Glove Berhad for inventories. Based on the research from the inventory owned by Top Glove Corporation Berhad and Comfort Glove Berhad, it can be described that the concept used for these two businesses is almost similar. Inventory for both businesses have the same meaning, which is measured based on lower cost and net realizable value. In addition, Top Glove Corporation Berhad emphasized the cost to be incurred to bring inventory to the location based on raw materials and finished materials, while Comfort Glove Berhad must be taken into account based on the cost of materials, the cost of other materials, and also the cost of finished goods. There is a slight variation for Comfort Glove Berhad as this business has other material costs for inventory, while Top Glove Corporation Berhad does not incur those costs. The difference occurs because Top Glove Corporation Berhad does not need other items to manufacture its products, but Comfort Glove Berhad needs them to produce a product. As such, it is clear that the difference in inventory for Top Glove Corporation Berhad and Comfort Glove Berhad lies in the definition of the cost of other materials and the cost of finished goods. Based on the examination of cash and cash equivalents owned by Top Glove Corporation Berhad and Comfort Glove Berhad, it can be explained that the concept used for these two businesses are almost similar. Cash and cash equivalents for both companies consist of cash in hand and balance at banks. Top Glove Corporation Berhad and Comfort Glove Berhad do almost similar types of business, and because of that, cash and equivalents for both are almost the same. Moreover, there are differences between these two companies. Top Glove Corporation Berhad use short-term deposit with maturities of 3 months or less excluding bank secure deposit that are not available for use, while Comfort Glove Berhad acquires the highly liquid investment with maturities of 3 months or less, which are easily convertible to known amount of cash and which are subject to the risk of significant changes in value. This difference is due to their different perspective on how to get more profit in their respective business.
Non-financial information is often defined as environmental, social, and corporate governance (ESG) information. referring to the three central components in measuring the sustainability and social impact of a company. Some of the non-financial information that we have analyzed from both Top Glove and Comfort Glove's report are as follows. Number 1 is on the environmental. Top Glove's environmental highlights is on the reduction of carbon emission, where their target is to achieve zero carbon emission at water treatment plants by financial year 2022. Zero carbon emission at office, premises and warehouse by financial year 2025, and to reduce 25% of carbon emission intensity by financial year 2025 against base year financial year 2021. In order to solve this, Top Glove have invested in solar power projects. Meanwhile, Comfort Glove aims to reduce its water usage. They even targeted to reduce the amount of waste material sent to landfill by working with companies to repurpose their scrap gloves to be used as an alternative fuel source for power generation in other industries. From our analysis above, both companies are contributing to the environment by reducing wastage and decreasing pollution. Next is the employees' health and safety. Top Glove has invested approximately 7 million ringgit Malaysia to date in COVID testing for its employees. Towards reducing unnecessary commuting and exposure, the company provides healthy vegetarian meals which are delivered daily to employees. Factories or offices which they have invested 7.2 million ringgit Malaysia in financial year 2021. Under this scheme, workers need only pay 1 ringgit Malaysia for a healthy vegetarian meal. Due to the pandemic, they have implemented a work from home policy. With this, they have invested in technology to swiftly activate online meetings, training, and visual inspection as needed, enabling business to operate as usual in an unusual environment. They even replace finger scanning with facial recognition to minimize physical contact for high-touch surfaces. Whereas Comfort Gloves has established an in-house medical clinic in Matang factory to make it more convenient for their employees in addressing their health needs. They even provide all workers with personal protective equipment, PPE, and train them how to use them correctly. They even have their own safety and health policy and COVID-19 SOPs to be followed and practiced by all employees. Based on the analysis above, both companies have implemented policies specially to deal with the COVID-19 by following SOPs implemented. The third non-financial information is on the social corporate responsibility, where it can be analyzed that both companies have invested and contributed to the society. In financial year 2021, Top Glove have reached out and helped more than 1,000 needy families, schools, and charity organizations. Among the projects done are Blind Measures Project, Rise Against Hunger and Yayasan Food Bank Project, medical face mask donation to schools, and many more. On the other hand, Comfort Glove have contributed to sponsor few non-profit organizations during the year. The group have sponsored for a pair of orangutan in response to Taiping Zoo and Night Safari. They also donated sundries and food supplies to 222 underprivileged families in 7 villages nearby Matang area. The fourth non-financial information taken from both Top Glove and Comfort Glove's annual report is related to their production and technology. Both have invested in their technology, especially during this pandemic, where more facilities are needed for an online virtual work to be done. They also invested in machines for their production and packing system, The last non-financial information we have analyzed is the board minutes of meeting. Board minutes of meeting is important to know how committed the directors are with their responsibilities in discussing matters to enhance the company's strategies. From our analysis, we can see that Top Glove Directors is very committed with a full attendance, 10 out of 10 from all the directors in the board meetings. While Comfort Gloves Director shows less commitment, where they held 5 board meetings, not all 5 meetings are attended fully by some of their directors. Overall, non-financial information are also important in the contribution of the company's success by considering all aspects of non-financial information in environment, social, and governance. A company can grow stronger.
In conclusion, in the annual report there are 4 types of financial statement, which includes statement of profit or loss, statement of financial position, cash flow statement, and equity statement, also known as a statement of retained earnings. Statement of profit or loss summarize the sum of cash an organization earned and sum it went through the bookkeeping year. From both Top Glove and Comfort Glove Company, they have included the annual administrative and general expense. It is important to portray these costs as necessary for business to operate and also count as a deduction on a company's tax return. Calculating these costs and reporting them properly can save their company money. Plus, from the annual report, we also can conclude that the total amount of goods sold over the year has increased for both companies. This justifies that they had improved their strategy in enhancing their marketing and producing department. Next, balance sheet is a reflection of what companies claims and owes. From both companies, they have well prepared the SOFP, giving insight into overall health of the business. The benefit that could be summarized from this is that they can make better strategic decisions, for example, to pile inventory, customers, and their own company debts, also assist banker and investor to make investing decisions. Statement of cash flow is defined about how money is generated and utilized within trade of the company. If the cash flow inflow is lower than the cash outflow, their company has used the cash and the cash equivalent in such a way to get profit for the company, and if it is higher than the cash outflow, then their company faces the loss. Thus, from both companies, it is portrayed that the Top Glove and Comfort Glove have gained profit from the final balance that was calculated. Lastly, statement of exchange of equity is what shareholder possess. And to sum up our findings, both companies managed to show illustration of changes in shareholder equity over time. This can be analyzed from the value from share capital, retained earning, net income, and dividends. Moving on, non-financial information is often defined as environmental, social, and corporate information. ESG reporting is process collecting and disclosing data about these components, enabling companies to communicate transparently about non-financial aspects of management and performance. For Top Glove, they have been declared as the year of ESG. Thus, they know that ESG practices are constantly improving, and in line with ESG's commitment to doing good over the years, they make it excellent not only as a company but also as a corporate citizen. Meanwhile, in Comfort Glove, as a responsible commercial citizen, they are also committed to look in area of ESG. This is to bringing further value-added business proposition to the group in this area of interest to stakeholders. Thus, as both companies shows the ESG report, these have helped them for advanced returns for their investment, lower pitfalls, and better resiliency during extremity. All in all, financial accounting part helps maintain a real scorecard. Both Top Glove and Comfort Gloves have also applied accounting policy such as fixed asset valuation, depreciation, and inventory guideline for their financial accounting contributions. This policy have provide a framework for reporting financial statement and ensure that they follow a standardized format throughout. This is a more sustainable approach, allowing business to move forward over time and positive signal